Mars here, and welcome back to the Exit the Game, the Intergalactic Race Advent Calendar unboxing thing. So in the previous episode, we did day 7. We finished our first week. Ended on a bit of a mess though. So if you didn't see the video for last week, what is it? I guess last week, and also the last one we did of these, what happened was they gave me a set of tarot cards and expected me to figure out how to read them. It was a surprisingly complicated puzzle for what it was, because it required you to shuffle the cards, it required you to shuffle them into certain piles, it required you to take that pile and then read them like a set of trick magic cards, which was very confusing, and then that was how you were ultimately supposed to get the number to go in this. It was very confusing. But in any case, this time, we are going to be continuing onward with our days. So today should be day 8, if I recall correctly. Today should be day 8. So we're going to just open up to day 8. 8th of December. You have to hand it to Klaus. The tarot cards idea wasn't that bad. The path they have shown you feels right. Additionally, you are now finally traveling at a decent speed. At quite a speed, in fact, as you seem to be getting faster with every second. What's with the super speed, Klaus? You shout. It's not me, he calls back, and his usual equanimity has vanished. I'm not in control. Something is pulling us in. He's right. The pull gets stronger and stronger. And then you discover the planet from which the attraction originates. It looks like a... Oh no, this is Kubus, the cube planet, Klaus shouts in horror. It's super strong. It absorbs everything that comes into orbit. Klaus appears to be right. Just a fraction of a second later, Kubus swallows you whole. You're starting to get fed up with this. The onboarded communicator starts humming, flickering, and messages begin to appear. Please turn the page, then open door 8. Before you will find one riddle card H1. Alright, so hopefully not super bad today. Compared to the last couple of days we've been having, hopefully it won't be super bad. Message. Okay, so there's a message on the back. I gotta open day 8 first and foremost for my notes. Oh, there's a keypad. Hold on a second. Why is there a keypad? Oh! Oh, it's one of these again. I've done one of these before. Oh, and there's the key from... I had a feeling the key was going to wind up somewhere, and it did. It's down here now. You're not supposed to be there in there, friends. Come on out. If I can get him out. If I can get the key out. I'm going to mess up this key. Okay, there's got to be... Gotta figure out how to get this out because he's gonna mess up my puzzle. There we go. Okay, 3, you're going back in the... That's the cloth one. Where were you? You were in 2, weren't you? Yes, 2. Here you go. Alright, in case. I got all the pieces of the puzzle. Code above, below, behind. Okay, what's the salute? What do I get to do for this one? I already can tell it has something to do with the door. I can already tell it has something to do with the door because there's numbers in here. It's very confusing. Anyways, hello strangers! Okay, I might as well read. Hello strangers! Welcome to, or rather in, the planet Cubus. If you close the door behind you, you will find yourself inside the cube. The only way to leave this planet is to solve the cube by color. To do this, you are only allowed to make 2 rotations of 90 degrees each. Think about everything that rotates when you rotate a cube or clone of a cube. Okay. Well, Oh, I understand. I think it's supposed to be kind of sort of like a Rubik's Cube. So, yeah, I understand. Okay. This threw me for a loop for a bit, but I understand what I need to do. It's a Rubik's Cube. It's literally a Rubik's Cube. Because the door is one side, because the door is one side, and then each of the walls are additional 5 sides, and there's numbers on each of them. It's a Rubik's Cube, so... Yeah. Yeah, I understand. It literally is just a Rubik's Cube. So... based on that information... code would be... Okay, so based on what I'm looking at here, I need to rotate I would rotate to solve the yellow. That solves the yellow. And then that puts... I can't solve everything, though. That's the thing. They don't want me solving everything. Okay. This is a little involved. But in a fun way. It's just a little bit difficult to solve this. So it would be based on my information. I am allowed to rotate twice, which means... I'm pretty sure the topmost code is the only one that doesn't move. You know, this isn't that hard. It's literally the back and bottom that are the problem. So we already know what the above code is going to be, because that's the only one that shouldn't move. That is a... Yeah, it's literally just... It's 3. So the first number is 3. That's already in my card. The next 2 are going to be difficult, though. So if I rotate it, I rotate it this way. I rotate this way. That means that's... blue on the floor. I think. No! Wait. No, that's not how it works. Because I have to rotate the top to solve it. Okay, I'm remembering how Rubik's Cubes are. I rotate the top to solve it. Which means that the topmost number is now 6. Okay, I understand. Which means the topmost number is now 6. And not 3. I forgot I was gonna rotate it. I forgot I'd rotate it. 6. That puts the yellow in the right place. The orange and green are in the position to be solved. And then when I rotate it, that solves the cube. So... Okay. So, I'm pretty sure the first one's 6. Because of how I have to rotate this. And then I rotate down. Yes. Okay. I think I understand how to get the code now. So I rotate down. That puts... That should put all the oranges on the floor. No, that puts all the blues on the floor. Okay, this is a very... I don't even know if I have a Rubik's Cube as a visual. That's basically what I'm doing, is I'm doing a Rubik's Cube in my head. And I'm trying to solve it that way. 6, 4. And then 640? I want to say it's 640. If I'm doing the number right in my head. Gets me plus star circle. Is there a plus star circle? I'm going to say there probably isn't because I've been wrong. No, there's a plus star circle. I got it. Okay, that wasn't super bad. Okay. I'm going to... Hold on. I'm going to pack it up, but first I want to actually... You gotta check the answer sheet to make sure I'm correct, but I'm pretty sure I am. This is convoluted. That wasn't that bad. That was just me having to solve a Rubik's Cube in my head. Yeah. Yes, it is indeed. Plus star circle. Okay, and that is where I write my 9. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and find a visual for this. I'm gonna try and find a visual for this, since I think you guys need one to kind of explain what I did. I don't even know if I have one that's unsolved. Circle, that's 9. So doodle and 9 out here. That kind of looks like a 9, okay. I'll at least know which one it is. So that's the point. Alright, let's see if I can find a visual. Let's see if I can find a visual for you guys to kind of explain what I have to do. Because I need to do that, I think. Because you guys are probably going to look at me like I'm nuts watching the video. Because I don't have a way to explain what I did otherwise. So I'm going to go find a visual of some sort. Okay, I have a visual now. So basically, what I had to do was I had to solve one of these in my head. Basically, it was just scrambled ever so slightly with, if I can demonstrate. Like this, I believe? No. I don't think I can perfectly replicate it, actually. I think it started... Actually, let's look at how it actually is in the book, in the box, because I can actually get a kind of idea of what to show you guys, what I need to do. Yeah, it was like laid on the ground like this. Okay, it's facing away from... Okay, so I'm not going to be able to perfectly demonstrate, but basically, I can get kind of sort of close. It's mirrored. If I can... Now this is... There, like this. Okay, the Rubik's Cube was like this. It was scrambled like this. So what I needed to do is I needed to unsolve it, which first required me to flip it back to yellow and then right back to red. And then once it was solved, there were numbers written on all the surfaces. Once it was solved, I had to find the number for each one. So basically, I had to solve. Basically, the way it was I had to scramble. It was like that, like how I demonstrated, but mirrored. So it was basically scrambled in a way where there were numbers written on each of the spaces, on each of the little plastic sticker faces, aside from the yellow. So it used yellow. So yellow was on this side. I had to. And then what side was on? Oh, okay. Now I understand. I think. No, because the one they use isn't accurate at all. But basically, it was scrambled in a way where there were numbers on each side, and then it was scrambled in a way where I was only allowed to do 2 unscrambles. So I had to move it. And then find out where the numbers moved to get my code. And I had to do that in my head. But basically that's the explanation I was trying to show you guys. But in any case, yeah, that was a good puzzle. That was a pretty great puzzle. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's the good puzzle. So it's a little bit difficult to explain, I think is the best way to put it. Just all you need to know is that I was supposed to solve a Rubik's Cube in my head, and that is what this visual is for. It tells me where the numbers are and how to solve them in my head, which is and then the calendar sheet instructs you how to actually solve it. So it's a very complicated puzzle. I'll admit that it's a very difficult puzzle, I think, to wrap your head around, even with a visual. Because even with a visual, yeah, I think it's difficult to explain. Because the way the box is like it's essentially a one of these but mirrored. So it's very difficult to actually get an actual proper visual. So yeah, that's unfortunately where it is. But honestly, I liked that puzzle a lot, and I don't really have any issues with it. Being perfectly honest, I grasped the concept pretty much immediately. It was just a matter of figuring out where the numbers went after I solved it. So yeah, overall, good puzzle, I think. But in case, that's gonna do it for today's episode of Exit the Game, the Intergalactic Race. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter in the description below. I'm also on Blue Sky, so please be sure to check both of those out. Be sure to check out my Twitch. I stream Saturdays and Sundays when my schedule allows me to, so please go check that out. Probably not going to be for the foreseeable future due to Christmas-related reasons. So yeah, I'm gonna just say that right out now. January we will be back streaming, hopefully full time, but for right now, don't count on it. Be sure to go and check out, of course, my Discord. We have a Minecraft server over there for you guys to hang out in and play in, so please go check that out. Of course, we have a second channel where I do video essays and type content, so if that sounds like your thing, be sure to go check that out. Basically, I just pick a topic, try to explain to the best of my ability, and that's the video idea. So yeah, go check that out. And also, if you want to support either channel, be sure to check out my Patreon. Only a couple bucks a month. It does help me fund future projects, and it would very much appreciate if you were to go do so. And of course, be sure to go and check out the videos linked in the end screen if you're new here and you want to see something else that you might like. Top video is the most recent video. It may or may not be this video. Or the bottom video is the video recommended to you based on what you've already seen from me. So if you want to try something new, or see more of what you like, then be sure to check both those videos out. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!